Hello, internet viewing public. I'm Jess. This is Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get my hand in the frame. That's Neville.
Mm-hmm.
That is the picture that is behind the Simpsons couch.
It is.
And this is TNG by 30. Today we're doing Q Who. No, we're not doing Q Who. We're doing Samaritan, Snare, and Up the Long Ladder.
Yes.
I'm looking at the Netflix screen right behind me. And I've also had several, I don't know where the can went, but 6-point high reses.
Yep.
No excuse other than I'm kind of drunk. Sorry, guys. Both of you who watch. So, Samaritan Snare.
Samaritan Snare.
Which I have to concentrate very hard on, or I say Samaritan Scare. The premise... Oh, Nick can do the premise, because I've been talking a lot. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, okay. Well, Captain Picard and Wesley go on a road trip. He gets sent... They go to a starbase where Wesley's taking the SATs again.
The Starfleet SATs.
Yeah, the Starfleet SATs.
The SSATs.
Yes. That's a real...
SFSAT?
Whatever. He's doing that. Picard is going to have a heart transplant.
Which is a secret.
A robo heart transplant, because it is a robo heart.
It's true.
While this happens, he gives the keys to the car to Riker, and they encounter a ship full of I can't even remember what they're called.
Of them.
They have big eyebrows. They have Leonid Brezhnev eyebrows.
Yes.
And
yes, they do.
And they're not very bright.
They project an image of not very brightness.
Yep.
And they take Geordi captive
Because they want guns, I think.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what every
So it's the 1980s, and, our president sells guns to the Contras.
You think this episode was a Iran-Contra allegory?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes.
I don't know. I think that's giving them a lot more credit.
This is 1988. I have no idea if Iran-Contra had come out by that point.
That's fair.
Because I was 4.
And I was less than that, so I don't even know. But, I mean, for the most part, the episode was just pretty meh.
I think at the time it would have been more suspenseful. But now, knowing that, Geordi makes it through to season 7... And that, Picard's going to be okay, and Wesley is eventually going to move on and do whatever it is Wesley does. There's not a lot of dramatic tension left in 2014.
No, okay, I get that. I mean, also just when they're dealing with the Brezhnevs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Starfleet, Riker and Geordi and them are a bit smug.
They are. They're like, oh, these guys are fat and ugly. They don't know what they're talking about.
Was it what was
Pack-led?
Pack-led. Oh, okay, there's that word.
Yes.
I prefer the Brezhnevs.
I do too, but they have a name.
But I mean, even when Geordi comes up onto the bridge before he goes and transports to help them fix their engine... Didn't he say something like, what happened, their rubber band broke or something?
Yeah, they're really condescending.
Yeah, very condescending.
They kind of deserve what happens to them.
Yeah.
So, Up the Long Ladder.
Oh.
Faith and Begora, I hated this episode.
Oh.
That's my best fake Irish accent. And it might be less offensive than the ones in this show.
Yeah, I mean, it was... Okay, but to summarize, what do they find? They heard a distress call from this one planet, a colonization, a colony, and it's full of these, Irish traveler stereotypes.
They bring their goats and their chickens. And they try to start fires on the Enterprise, because that's the only way they know how to cook. They're also drunk as fuck, too.
Is, offensive?
Yes.
That is offensive. Okay, I was about to call him that, but I just had to make sure. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay, it is. But, yeah, I mean...
It's Star Trek, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
Yeah. And, apparently, what is it, like, I don't know, they were all in the ship together, and the ship broke in half.
Yeah, they split off from this other people who were all became clones because
they ended up
sex is gross.
Yeah,
sex is awesome.
Sex is awesome. What is it, like there were only a couple of them left, so they just decided to start cloning.
Yeah.
And I don't even know.
They eventually programmed out of themselves sexual desire.
Yeah.
So even if they could, or like they wanted to, they wouldn't know how. And it's not that interesting.
They kidnapped Riker and Pulaski and cloned them.
Who wants to clone Pulaski?
I don't know.
Eventually, they figure out that, I don't know, if they combine the two people and get them to bone, they'll be fine.
Pretty much.
Boring!
Yeah, I mean...
And, like, really regressive.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was very, like... It was like The Quiet Man, if The Quiet Man was terrible. You know?
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
I do know.
I don't know why they just decided that, you know...
Let's fill our ship with Irish stereotypes.
Yeah. I don't know if the writer had a lot of Lucky Charms or something beforehand.
Or a lot of whiskey.
But it was
because they have a tot or two.
Oh yeah, and the leader of the Irish stereotypes is red-faced and drunk.
Yep, and his daughter is extremely capable, hot, and bones Riker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to say she's the feisty redhead.
Yeah, she is the feisty redhead.
And it was just all...
This is fake.
It was just all...
So was hers.
All wrong.
Yeah, it was awful.
And I did feel bad for Chief O'Brien during this. He must have just...
He's actually Irish. That must have been so embarrassing.
Yeah, you know, he must have just been, like, shaking his head, like, why did I even bother showing up today?
Like the comic.
Yeah, just like the comic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was that.
Yeah.
Just
Next!
Yeah.